Since launching its very first Echo speaker a good few years ago now, Amazon has expanded its Echo range to include any number of devices, from speakers and clocks to microwaves, and of course the Echo Show, the touchscreen smart speaker. Right at the top of the Echo Show range is the Echo Show 15 and the Echo Show 10. Both cost the same, but both are very different propositions. But which should you buy? I'm Cam Bunton from Pocket-lint, and in this video I'll hopefully help you to decide. And while you're here, if you do like this video, please do hit that like button, subscribe and tap the notification bell to make sure you don't miss any more. When it comes to design, it's hard to imagine it being possible to make them any more different. The Echo Show 15 looks essentially like a picture frame. It has completely square corners, flat edges, and a uniform frame around the screen, with its own white border. It gives it that look of something you'd want to hang on your wall. And you can. It features a mounting system that allows you to hang it anywhere you have space, providing you're near a power outlet. But if you don't want to, or can't because you live in rented accommodation, you can have it sitting on a bespoke stand instead. That stand is an additional extra you have to pay for though. The Echo Show 10, on the other hand, looks like someone thought, let's stick a screen on top of a speaker, and let's make it so it can spin around. The screen's mounting system rotates, which allows the screen to move, plus you can manually tilt it if you want to. And because it follows you all the time if you want it to, the display is always facing you, which is great for when you're moving around in the kitchen while watching a show or following a recipe. This design difference between the two models doesn't just affect the way they look, it affects how you use them as well, and what they're good for and where you can fit them. For instance, while it has a 15.6-inch screen, which isn't exactly massive, the frame and the border around the Show 15 means it does take up a considerable amount of space, at least in terms of height and width. But here's the thing, it can be used in portrait or landscape. So if you don't have tons of horizontal space on your wall or a surface where you imagine using it, you can stand it up vertically. The Show 10 isn't that versatile, it only stands one way. Plus, if you plan to use the rotating screen feature, you do need to take into account how much room it needs to move between its 2 points. Although, when you first set that up, you can limit its range to ensure it doesn't knock anything over or bang into a wall. They do share other similarities and features that every Show device has, like volume buttons, as well as the cover for the camera and a mic camera off button, so you can shut those off when you don't want them listening or watching. Of course, it's not just in the design these two are different, they also feature quite different hardware in terms of camera and speakers, so that makes them suited to different tasks. For instance, the Show 10 has a 13 megapixel camera built in, compared to 5 megapixel on the Show 15. That means it's much better for making video calls and for using as a drop-in security camera for your home because it's noticeably sharper. What's more, it can automatically crop and move within the frame to stay focused on the right person during calls, and when you're using it as a security drop-in camera, you can manually move it to see the scene better. The speaker makeup also means the Show 10 is better for use as a music device as well. With its 2 tweeters combined with a woofer, you get a bit more bass and clearer treble frequencies, making it a decent speaker for a small to medium-sized room. The Show 15, on the other hand, has 2 1.6-inch speakers, which are fine, but not the most thrilling. The positioning, one on either side of the frame, means they'll sound different depending on how you mount it. Stick it vertically on a desk and you'll get more bass response from the surface it's in contact with. But it sounds a little muffled. Stick it in landscape and you get a wider sound, but it's flatter and less full. In that regard then, the Show 10 is a better music device, although you can use them both for that function. The idea behind the Show 15 though is to have something that works for the whole family and not just one person, and that's reflected in the software features. This is where it comes into its own. Because of its new processor, you can teach the Show 15 to recognize different people, so that when it sees you, it'll load up the information and widgets relevant to you. And those widgets are another thing, they give you a way to collect and display information and controls that are useful and relevant to you. Whether it's quick access to your most used smart home devices or your calendar, you can even add sticky notes to the screen or leave reminders for the rest of the family. It's also worth noting here that the visual ID feature that recognizes people is all processed on the device. It's not sent out to the cloud to Amazon, so Amazon says this is really secure and privacy focused as well. So what's the same between them? Well, the screen sharpness for one isn't all that different, despite their resolutions not being the same. Because it's bigger, the 15.6-inch panel is roughly the same pixel density as the 10-inch screen on the Show 10. And you can use it in much the same way too. It can be a digital photo frame, a smart home controller, a recipe display in the kitchen, or a schedule organizer. However, its size does lend itself better to some of those tasks, particularly if you like to watch TV shows or videos on your Echo Show, or you imagine yourself doing so. Both of them take the same voice-activated requests and seem equally adept at doing so, whether you're whispering or speaking with plenty of noise around you. They're both good in that regard. Thankfully, with the Show 10 and the Show 15, the end decision of which one to buy for doesn't come down to the price, because they both cost exactly the same amount. Or at least they do in the UK. In the end, which works best for you depends on how you see yourself using it. If you primarily want to use it for listening to music or communication, or as a security camera, the Show 10 is the better one. The Show 15, however, is all about the design, and having an almost permanent piece of tech that won't look out of place on your wall and just fits seamlessly into your life, giving you lots of additional tools thanks to those widgets on the screen, plus a bigger screen for watching videos on. So let me know what you think. Which are you thinking of getting, or which have you got, and do you love it? I'm Cam Bunton. I'm at Cam Bunton on social media. You can get hold of me on there if you want to. If you did like this video, please do leave a thumbs up, subscribe and tap the notification bell, and that way you don't miss any of our other videos. I'll see you again soon. Bye for now.